Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Crucial, and today I'm going to show you what is going on with MYRO and why isn't pumping. Alright, just first of all, don't be scared of this pump. Alright, it's just normal for crypto to pump and then have a correction. So right now we have had pretty much a 57% correction from the highs. We could have still like 75% correction. That's pretty normal for meme coins, especially for meme coins, and for crypto to pump like to dump like 50 to 70% after a huge pump. So yeah, and yesterday we could have had the exchange listing on 29th day, like the rumor said, but we didn't. And well, why would the exchange list the crypto when it's pumping like straight to the moon? The most like obvious thing for exchange is to list the crypto when it's dumping, so nobody's like looking, and when it's listed everybody's like, oh, look at this, and then they pump their own bags, right? Pretty much. So yeah, I would say like, yeah, my ain't looking that fresh. Well, like we have this daily close right here. I would say that if we close today's candle still green, if we go above like 14 cents, that would be pretty bullish, right? We could have a pretty strong reversal candle, something like here, maybe with a little bit smaller body, but that would be pretty crazy in my opinion to have. At least if we close above the 13 cents, that would be great. But overall, I just think my row is just needs to cool off a bit more. It just needs to, what the hell is going on with trading you? It just needs to relax a bit more. Alright. I don't know what the hell is going on. Anyways, so yeah, it's just going down more and more and more. Good joy trend line here. Another one, right? Another one. So yeah, my road just needs to go sideways pretty much. I wouldn't about anything else. Right now, we're kind of in the golden pocket from the lows, and this support has been broken. So yeah, I just think if MYRO just starts to like grind and go sideways till like mid-February, and then before March, we could see some pumping. But it just needs to go sideways. It just needs to catch a bottom. Whatever it does, just go sideways, and then it just could reaccumulate and go higher. And that would be like before March. I would say could happen. Doesn't mean that that would happen, but I would time it pretty much when Bitcoin tops out. Right, Bitcoin has been running pretty good, and I took some profits. I closed I closed 80% of my position here, and I would say that if Bitcoin goes back to the highs again, or somewhere to form a lower high and then goes down, this is when it starts to go down. That's the time when altcoins will start popping, because the people that made spot gains on Bitcoin pumps, they will of course then move them to altcoins to make even more money. But this wouldn't like be like unseen. Like if you just go sideways and then March pumps, or maybe even just go sideways, just something like this, and only like April starts to pump to new highs. We saw like how many from the top, which was here, the top to the bottom. I'm not saying we're going to top, but bottom was kind of here. So 60 days, 5 days. Let's just put 60 days from the top to the bottom. 62 days, and these you can kind of ignore because that was like bear market stuff. So pretty much 60 days. So 2 months. 60 days would be pretty close to April, right? Would be pretty close to April times, and that's also the time when the halving is coming. And now that the Bitcoin ETF has been played, there's not really a bigger narrative that could come into the game. except like the biggest companies in the world, like the what is it, like Aramco, like Saudi Arabia or something, the Saudi Arabian oil companies, and Amazon, Apple, Jeff Bezos, Tesla, all these big companies could just start buying Bitcoin, because all they big companies also invest, right? They just don't have cash sitting. They invest that into like gold and like bonds and pretty low risk because they have so much money to invest, but they don't want to risk it. But Bitcoin could be one of them. I'm not saying they will go like 50% of what they have to Bitcoin. They might go only 1%. And that's what the BlackRock is trying to do. It's trying to sell the boomers, the millionaires, the billionaires, the Bitcoin, and they're like, "Hey, have you heard of this Bitcoin? It's pretty much a digital gold." And I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" Yeah, try to explain Bitcoin to a boomer. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they will start by marketing like 1%, and then it will be 2%, and only 1%. Imagine if you have 100 million, that's $1 million into Bitcoin. And imagine you have thousands and thousands of those boomers, because the most amount of wealth in the world is distributed to the boomers. They have the most amount of wealth. So the most amount of new money that could be rolling into Bitcoin is the boomers that have their account in BlackRock, Fidelity, all these big asset managers, pretty much. And that's what I'm thinking about could happen. Yeah. I mean, Bitcoin's pretty much pumping. MYRO isn't pumping that much, right? It's just going down. I'm not really concerned about MYRO. I just think, like, I bought some more right here during the weekend, Saturday. This blue candle, I bought some because back then I was like, okay, this is looking good. We're forming some kind of a double bottom, and if we just go sideways for more, I see pump. But yeah, from there we dumped another like 20%, 40%. Damn, bro. But yeah, overall, I'm still in profits for MYRO. Like I bought here, I bought here, I bought here. So my average board is like buy is like these highs, these lows. Somewhere between 5 and 9 cents, I would say. And I'm not panicking at all. I'm like pretty much just chilling because like MYRO is super bullish coin. Like you just don't even understand it. It's bullish because not of like MyRo pays for the marketing, all right? It pays for the influencers to stroke. It doesn't pay for me because I'm too small influencer. And the reason why MyRo could get listed on Binance like any day, you never know. Like if MyRo starts to go, just hypothetically say it catches this area, it catches this level, it starts to go sideways, and then at some point it will start to go up, right? It will go up. And that's the Binance buying pretty much. There's no bigger like there's no bigger exchange that could be making these pumps. I mean, crypto.com could be or Coinbase, but that's like pretty crazy, right? Let me just show you Pepe pretty much because Pepe kinda did the same thing as MyRo, but on much faster time frame. This was the bear market pretty much. I mean, if you look at Pepe, it kind of broke the 4 hour trend, but then in it man, that was the bottom. Kind of what we have on Myro right now, the 5 to 9 cents range where I just showed you the like a symmetrical triangle, not symmetrical, ascending triangle. And then we have like on Myro the daily lows, and then we dump below, and then we pump. Like, believe me, this was Binance buying. This was Binance listing. This was the announcement. You see, exchanges buy before they list it. Why? Because they need to have a lot of the crypto coins for the people to buy them from, right? If exchange list a coin but they don't have the coin, it's like it's a Ponzi pretty much. Like If you want to sell something, you need to have it. If somebody wants to buy from you, you have to sell. So yeah, of course, big exchanges have a lot of clients, a lot of customers, and they also buy a lot. Imagine if you have like a million users daily, a million. Let's say everybody on average they spend like $500 a day. That's 500 million per day. And that one exchange. And if the coin gets listed on like multiple exchanges, that's like billions and billions of dollars in the trading volume on that day. So yeah, pretty much they have to own a lot of the coins. And now when you go back to look at the MYRO, it's kind of like the Pepe, right? This is the pretty much the same kind of looking bottom like Pepe did have, and then this first pump, right? The first pump, and we have this ascending triangle like on Pepe, and then the second pump, and then we break the daily like a trend pretty much, and then we just pump straight up. Like uh, the pattern of crypto repeats, but it's not accurate 100% of the time. Like Myro could just like this could be the bottom of Myro pretty much, and it just could reverse up. Like it has been done before, right? I just showed you Pepe and just look at the Bonk and Shiba and Doge. So it has been done before, and I'm not saying it couldn't be done again. So yeah, but if that doesn't happen, which is the most bullish thing that could happen for Myro right now, I think the second most bullish thing could be just catching the base, building support, pack your bags. Mario is just saying pack your bags before we move. But that's not really the main concept for price action. So yeah, I mean of course I would love to it just pump straight up, but you can't tell the market what to do, right? But yeah, basically yesterday was the 29th of January, and that was the day when Google changed their ad regulations. So, and I believe this was caused by BlackRock because they fucking own a lot of fucking Google, and pretty much this is tied to BlackRock. So they did like favor for their own, and pretty much you can now advertise everything that is correlated to Bitcoin on Google, which is the biggest ads platform in the world. So pretty much you can advertise fucking Bitcoin if you have an ETF for that. So yeah, what do you think will happen if one of the ETF issuers will start to promote Bitcoin? You think other ones won't? You think they will lose? They will say, "Oh yeah, go advertise. We will lose the competition." No, fuck no. Like if one starts, the race will begin, and especially when we will have the Super Bowl on 11th of February or 10th, 11th of February, I believe so. And that's pretty much the biggest advertising event in the whole world, right? There's millions and millions and millions of people there, especially in America. It's the biggest like financial place in the world, right? And and if they start to promote the Bitcoin ETFs for the millions of people, like I'm not saying the price will like skyrocket, but we could see some pumping like short term at least. And we also have the Chinese New Year on 10th of February, which is pretty good because we have the OG crypto Chinese investors in Asia, and it's the year of the dragon, and Chinese believe in luck, and then they gather up with their family, and then they sell about Bitcoin, and then they buy more, and they're pretty much the basic stuff. But yeah, that was it, guys. Just buy MYRO right now. This is the dip you wanted. You said here it's pumped too much. I want to buy the dip. Then fucking buy the dip right now. When you don't feel like buying, that's the time to buy. So buy right now. Don't be don't be a sheep. Don't follow anyone. Do your own research. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anyone. Focus on focus on your own strategy and your own setups. But I'm just saying what I see, what I'm doing, and yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.